Hey, Angie. Hey, everybody.
Are you still down at the court?
Yeah, yes, we just walked away from the court. What you hear is there's a lot of other media people here with me. We're walking over to grab something to eat because basically we're on standby until 5 p.m., which is when they're going to finish the arguments about whether Diddy will be able to get a bond today to go home until his sentencing.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to make bail so he can get out of there.
Well, they have to give it to him first. His attorney said they're ready. They have it, but the judge has to say yes to even giving it to him. So we're going to hear the arguments on that, whether that will happen or not.
So is that guaranteed to come in today or no?
Yeah, well, the judge did say, because Diddy's attorneys made the point, like, his family has been here all this time and everyone's here. The least the judge can do is to make a decision while his family's there, because that's who will be putting up the $1 million or however amount of money the judge determines. And the judge said that he would try to his best to honor that. So I do believe that that'll happen today.
Is that what people are talking about? They think that's the number, like $1 million or whatever it is, or don't?
Well, yeah, because his attorney said that. The judge basically asked, if we do this, what is your what is your package? What do you suggest that you give in exchange? And he said, look, we already have his passport. We physically have it right now in our possession. We checked on his plane that he has last night. That plane is in Maui, so that plane can't go anywhere. So he's not a flight risk. And we can do $1 million, and any 1, 2, or 3 of his family members that are here today are willing to do that right now. So the judge is like, okay, well,
wow.
Let me hear the government's arguments. And the government, they basically argued that he's still a flight risk. He's still a risk just to community and society, because he blatantly disregarded the law in the court after the indictment dropped and after the raids, because there were allegations of him reaching out to witnesses. And then Jane testified that they got into a physical altercation of sorts after all these things. So They're like, look, the day that he was arrested by the feds, there were drugs found in his hotel room, and he was prepared. Like, there was all the setup that we've heard about all this time to do a freak off. So she's like, if even though he didn't get the most serious of the charges, or whatever you want to deem the charge that he did get, the prostitution charge that he did get, what he was about to literally do the day he was arrested, from what the government believes, is exactly what he's been convicted of. So why send him home? So the judge made them submit letters to argue both their sides, and now the judge is reviewing those letters. So we'll find out at 5 o'clock what the judge decides to do.
Okay, 5 o'clock. Were you in the court when they first announced the verdict?
I wasn't in the main courtroom. That list is locked, and it has been since last week, since the charging conference.
Got it.
But I was in the overflow room, so you can see and you can hear the main courtroom.
Yeah, what was the reaction? I mean, what did that feel like in that room?
I mean, you can't react in real time too loudly, because you're not allowed to even talk while court is in session.
Got it.
But verbal cues that I saw Christian Combs, he shook his hands like in yes. When they said no to the RICO, not guilty to the RICO, at one point Diddy turned around and looked at his kids and said, Dad's coming home. You saw Diddy doing a lot of prayer hands and literally thanking the jury. His attorney, Teeny Garagos, was sitting next to him. She was crying. They were holding hands. He was just very grateful. His kids were happy. They were smiling, of course. I was not in the main courtroom, like I mentioned, but the last image that I saw of Diddy was after everything was done and they got the jury out of there, he got out of his seat, he turned around, he got on his hands and knees and began to pray, and then they cut our monitors off. My friend that was in the actual courtroom says that once it was clear now that you can talk and things, his family erupted in celebration. Like, they were screaming, they were yelling, they were really, really happy. Like, they said that it was crazy. Like, you can imagine, right?
I can only imagine. Were all the kids there? The girls, everybody was there, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All of his kids were there. The girls were there. Some of his kids, Baby Love's mom was there. Of course, his mother was there. I posted a video, and I think we collabed that video with Power 105.1.
Okay, good.
Of Diddy's mom walking back into court after the verdict. And, you have people outside screaming, free Puff, and she's just thanking everybody. So even though he's still going to have to face whatever the consequence is deemed at sentencing for the Mann Act, he was fighting for his life, literally. Like, the seriousness of the charges, he could have been in jail for the rest of his life, and they spared him that. So he's celebrating at this point.
So where do you go now? So do you go back at 5 o'clock? Or
yes.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm going back at 5 o'clock.
Yo,
I want to hear
Loren, let me tell you something about you, girl. You have been on this. You have been on it. I'm like, when I'm not even looking at the blogs. I'm not looking at I'm like, let me see what Loren, because Loren's there. It's one thing to have like a third party, a news source, is everybody has whatever, but to hear it from somebody who's there that you trust is really important, and you really have done an amazing job. So thank you for that, for sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
All right, so let us know. Keep us posted. I'm here till 6. So if something happens till then, please give us an update.
Okay, got you. And everybody follow me on Instagram, Loren LoRosa. I'm about to post a video right now kind of breaking down some of the stuff. And I'll actually be showing you that image. There was a sketch artist who sketched Diddy as he was praying in that chair.
Wow.
So I'll be posting that as well, too. And we'll collab it with Power 105.1 also.